With batch gradient descent, weight updates occurred once per epoch. With stochastic gradient descent, weights are updated once per sample. So in a single weight update for batch gradient descent, we were considering the entire dataset. However, now with stochastic gradient descent, when we do a weight update, we're only considering a single sample. Now, this is advantageous in the fact that training happens much more quickly because the network will receive a weight update with each individual sample in the dataset. So with batch gradient descent, we talked about how the training speed was slow because the weight update would only be occurring once per epoch. But now we are on the opposite side of the spectrum where weight updates are occurring for each sample, so training occurs quickly. Now, as for a disadvantage of gradient descent, since the optimizer is considering a single sample at a time, the weights might not necessarily move in the correct direction with each update. And we can see that here illustrated with our loss curve, where at each iteration of the training process, we are having these jolts up and down. So sometimes the loss is not moving in the correct direction as we see an increase. And so because the optimizer is only considering one sample at a time, we have these jolts all through the curve of our loss function, where generally we are moving downwards. However, we're not doing so smoothly like we saw with batch gradient descent.